What is up, YouTube world? Coming at you on this wonderful April 23rd day. A couple things just dropped off by the FedEx guy. I don't really know what these are. They're very light, so they're probably like Econs or express orders. So, gonna be a short video. Get these out to you. Next week, Central States Coin and Currency Show in Schaumburg, Illinois. Open these up. Oh, this one here looks like a crossover reholder. So those are always great. Basically, the way crossovers or reholders work is you send in old holders and they analyze the notes, and then they go ahead and they either cross them over at same grade or better grade, or they do not. So, okay, get this lined up for you here. Struggling. First, right off the bat, is I just kicked the computer on. It's like, hey, I'm over here. 235 silver certificate star note in 45Q. No comment, as it should not. Super embossed on the back. Great note. So 235 45Q. Here's a 233 in XF40 star note. Not the best centering on the back, but the face margins are exceptional. So we have this actually isn't a crossover. This is actually I had the paperwork. This is an Econ order. We have a Jackson, Minnesota 25 value back. Tough note for the state. They did mention staining. Not a lot you can do. This is just old weathering of the note. That stuff's kind of for life. We've had notes similar to this we've sent to Nancy, and she's been able to lighten them up so you could read the signatures better. But they kind of are what they're there for life. Still a good looking note. Super tough issue for the state of Minnesota. Moving on. We have a overprint on back error in AU55. No comment. It's a good note. We have another overprint on back error in VF25. Pretty circulated. Imagine something like this went out into the world and worked that hard before somebody was like, did anybody notice the overprint on the back? An ugly chief and fine 12, and it's going to be comment minor edge damage, and that's exactly what it is. We have another chief and VF20, just circulated. Also commented minor edge damage. You can see up along the top edge there. And then there's a VG8 chief. It also has some internal issues, but that's kind of part of the grade for VG when they get that circulated. So, and we have a Bison and VF20 with minor adhesive residue and edge damage. That would be up in here. Excuse me. And then another Bison in fine 12. Comment edge split. And I believe the edge split is down here at the bottom of the note. You can somewhat see it. The edge split is right there. Then a 1928 $100 gold in VF25 with small edge split, minor corner damage. A lot of these notes came in a deal that I bought, and all the notes in the deal all had minor problems. And this is a very hard note to sell without being in plastic, just for legitimacy reasons. Here's a 1914 50 in VF20. It's a Panama note, straight grade. On the back, you got a ship that's going through the Panama Canal. Battleship on the other side. Great big red or large red spiked seal, fine 12. This is a great tombstone note. This is an ornate back, 1886. Tough note. It's just, they just don't really survive in this grade, so this just kind of is what it is. Nice circulated piece. And then here is the, from the crossover, here is the certification that I send in with it. I actually, what I do is I cut the holder open for regrade, and then I just put this over top of it, and they send it back. So a few grades there. We'll get the next box open up here. I've been getting a lot of messages, people asking me what I think the market's going to do, how the current market's going with paper money. Markets are always going to fluctuate with availability and quality. So like right now, Black Eagles in nice grades are super, super hot, super strong, and there's just not a lot of availability of notes grading 64 or higher. Even the 45Q stuff is just, it sells so fast. And then you have a couple other series that small size $20 gold certs are also super popular right now. But with anything in life, you're gonna see trends, and like fancy cereals right now seem to trend really well. There's a few states of national banknotes. Texas right now, like, doesn't matter what Texas note comes up for sale. Anything that's not common but slightly better Texas is probably good. I mean, it's up there. It's crazy. You went and looked at some of the auction comps, notes that were selling for $500 to $600 are selling for, $800 to $2,000. Texas is definitely broken in the national banknote world, as they say. While other states, there's some great rarities and some really affordable notes that are available. So let me turn the camera here a little bit. First up, we got a 1934 500 in XF45. Just a nice, clean looking circulated note. There's one hard fold on the corner. And there's a hard fold there. This here's teller grease. That's from when they used to dip their fingers to count money. So that's on there for life. That's how you know a note circulated. Here's a 34A 563. It's got some little ink spots on the top. That's from being on a desk with an inkwell. So a lot of people would see this and question it. It's definitely, there's the comment, minor ink. But that's 100% what it is. That's from being on a desk with an inkwell. $34A 1000 in VF25. Good looking note. I mean, hard folds, but Grover's still well intact. No comments. Just a VF25. Wowzers. Choice Unk 62. Probably got it for, looks like a paperclip mark right in there. A little bit of handling on the bottom. Yeah, you can see right here. Just handling. A little bit of a hard fold in there. That's why they 62'd it. This is the kind of note, it's like, it's right on the edge of that. It looks like it was probably like in a paper clip, because you can see the marks right here. And it might have been folded over, but the rest of the note is still unk. So And here we have a solid VF30, 1901 Bison. So that's pretty amazing. Look at here, as made, little ink transfer. So that's kind of neat. And then we got a Unk 63 on a 1901 Bison. So that's good news. No comment. Nice note. This note's super original. It did have a couple little blemishes from production. I would say they're right up in here. They're really hard to see, and they do somewhat detract from the EPQ status. So yeah, you can see them right there a little bit, and right there. So it does. The note's super fresh. You could still see all the embossing. But like I said, there was a couple small issues. I mean, look at the paper wave through there. And they were basically just little paper blemishes, and that was from most likely the production of the note. So you don't get to win them all, but Choice Unk 63, great grade. Great note. With all of that being that, if you get a chance to come out to Central States, please come out, introduce yourself. I work for Kearney Coin Center. We have a booth there. We'll be streaming whatnot. If you have a note you want to ask a question about, if you want to sell me something, if you want to buy something, just hit me up. Anyways, with that, like, subscribe, share. Let me know. See ya. Peace.